RCMP is receiving documents, whether you want them or not, from the House of Commons on this Stable Technologies Development Fund. Can you tell me a bit more? Are you afraid that this is the House of Commons interfering in police work and trying to direct the police with these documents?
I'm not going to comment on that, and other than the fact that we did receive the documents, and
Tell me what you've done with them.
the investigation is ongoing, so I'll limit my comments to that.
Is there an investigation?
There is that we confirmed. Mark and I have confirmed in front of the committee that there are investigations ongoing. So,
On the Chinese police stations, one thing that wasn't clear in the testimony: are there currently Chinese police stations operating in Canada?
I wasn't listening. So.
That again falls into part of our ongoing investigation. I'm not speaking about it at this time.
But can you reassure Canadians and Chinese Canadians that there are none of them operating?
I can reassure Canadians and the Chinese community that the RCMP is actively investigating the matter, the topic, the nature of behavior, as well as a broad range of foreign interference activity in Canada from multiple countries. It is a problem that we have demonstrated through our action and has been referred to as decisive action at the time, and we are continuing our efforts in that space, and I'm hopeful that that does reassure Canadians that we are aware of the problem and we're actively involving in a broad range of things. There's a lot of attention.
The RCMP said they'd shut them down.
So again, I'm not confirming or denying anything. What I'm telling you is that we have active investigations into foreign interference occurring in Canada. There's a lot of focus on the Chinese police stations. I think you need to take a step back and look at this from a broader range of foreign interference and foreign actor interference, including hostile activity of state actors. Your focus on just the police stations actually detracts a little bit away from a broad understanding of the problem, and I hope that we can go a little bit broader when we're talking about this, because there is not one single type of activity that is more important than another. It is broad ranging, it's multifaceted on the side of adversaries, and it's multifaceted on the side of law enforcement and our security intelligence partners in combating those threats.
Do you have enough resources to enforce Bill C-70 and the new offenses that it creates? Is that going to be a problem going down the road? Are you staffed enough to be able to take this pretty massive bill on?
So the bill, in my view, gives us additional authorities. We talked about that. It gives us opportunities to intervene earlier. Yes, there are.
You need those people to then lay those charges.
Yes. So there are additional investigative effort that is required to do that. The Commissioner spoke in the past, and I've spoken in the past about it's an exercise in priority for us in how we shift our resources to tackle the most significant crimes. Are we concerned about the number of resources we have? You will always hear me express concern about it. We can always use more resources. You'll not speak to a single chief of police or senior executive in law enforcement that won't say we could use more resources. We understand that there is always a balance in that. We are having challenges today from a violent extremist in Canada. We've spoken about that in the past, and there are competing interests at times that make it challenging for us.
We have time for one last question.
One last question.
Do you have enough resources to protect parliamentarians who are facing threats of various kinds these days? And that means
So we reprioritize all the work that we're doing, and I can tell you that we have done so with respect to protection of parliamentarians where there is an assessment of threat, where we have redeployed resources from a broad range of activity in the RCMP to ensure that.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, everyone.